But here's the part that genuinely surprises people once they understand it. The grid isn't just balancing supply and demand, it's predicting the future every single day before it happens. Utility companies use historical data, weather forecasts, and behavioral patterns to estimate exactly how much electricity an entire region will need, hour by hour, sometimes minute by minute. They know that demand spikes around 6 in the evening when people get home from work and start cooking. They know demand drops in the middle of the night. They know a hot summer afternoon means millions of air conditioners will turn on almost simultaneously. Power plants are then scheduled to ramp their output up or down to match these predicted patterns, often hours or even a full day in advance. This means that somewhere, right now, an algorithm has already predicted that you, specifically as part of a wider population, will turn on your lights tonight. And a power plant is preparing to generate that exact amount of electricity just in time for you to flip the switch. You are, in a very real sense, an input into a forecasting model running continuously across the entire electrical grid. This system isn't just complex, it's also remarkably fragile if mismanaged, which is why grids around the world are built with deliberate redundancy. If one power plant suddenly goes offline due to mechanical failure, extreme weather, or unexpected demand, the grid needs to instantly compensate using power from elsewhere. This is achieved through interconnections, massive transmission lines linking different regions, states, and even countries together. This is also why widespread blackouts, when they do happen, are so dramatic. They aren't usually caused by a single failure. They're caused by a cascading chain reaction, one part of the system failing, overloading a neighboring part, which then fails too, spreading outward like falling dominoes. The Northeast blackout of 2003 in the United States and Canada began with a single software bug at one utility company in Ohio. Within hours, it had cascaded across 8 states and part of Canada, leaving roughly 55 million people without power. A glitch most people would never have noticed, in one control room, in one building, ended up plunging an enormous region into darkness. This is the price of interconnection. The same system that keeps your lights on with extraordinary reliability is also capable of failing on a massive scale, if even one part breaks down at the wrong moment. So tonight, when you flip a switch and the light comes on instantly, you won't be thinking about any of this. You'll just expect it, the way you always have. But somewhere, a power plant generated that exact amount of electricity in the same instant you needed it. Grid operators were monitoring a frequency you've never heard of, adjusting output in real time to keep it perfectly balanced. An algorithm had already predicted hours in advance that you'd be using power right around this time. And all of it traveled to your home through one of the most intricate, interconnected machines humanity has ever built, arriving at your wall socket exactly when you needed it and not a moment before. Nothing about it feels engineered. It feels invisible, automatic, ordinary. But tomorrow, when you flip that same switch without thinking, you'll know what's actually happening behind it. A vast, predictive, self-balancing machine spanning an entire continent, quietly working to make sure your house never goes dark.